Hey, what's up guys? Jaker VFX Edits here, and today I'm doing my first gameplay commentary on this channel. I know I promised it to you guys, so here it is. In case you guys are wondering what the game is, this is actually Battlefield 3. Today they have like a huge update come out for Battlefield, and if you guys aren't into the Battlefield community, it works a lot different than Call of Duty, like in their updates and stuff. So like their updates, instead of like having small little updates like Modern Warfare 3 does, like you have like a tiny one every every 2 weeks or something. They have a really big one. It's almost like DLC, like it's a completely game changing. Sorry, that's my Skype, and it comes out probably like once every like 1 or 2 months, and it's actually, I like it a lot better than the way Modern Warfare 3 does it, because it adds like a whole new dynamic to the game. Plus Close Quarters DLC, which is like a new DLC which comes with like, I don't think it comes with any new vehicles, but I know it comes with 10 new guns and 2 new maps, and that's coming out sometime in June, since the update came out probably. It comes out early, week early for the PS3, which is kind of dumb, but so it's probably coming out there soon. But it'll probably be out for Xbox, and I'll probably be playing it in a week or so, and that's really good. And if you guys have Battlefield 3, that's a reason to be excited. Also, Battlefield 3 Premium came out. There's basically a whole bunch of cool stuff that I'm really excited about, but I don't want to be talking about the Battlefield 3 kind of thing, because I know that creates a lot of controversy, especially on a Call of Duty channel such as mine. Today I'm going to be talking more about drugs and how I think, or if I think they should be legal or whatnot. So let me explain this a little bit. Like, if you were to talk to me 2 weeks ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago, maybe like a month ago, Jake, about, whether drugs should be legal, I would say probably most drugs should be legal. I think marijuana should definitely be legal, club drugs should definitely be legal, just minor drugs that, are pretty much just as bad as alcohol. Like, alcohol can, be just as effective to the body, and can, like, mess you up just as much. Because, as you guys don't know, alcohol, I mean, it is a drug, and it can mess you up pretty much just as bad as some, probably worse than marijuana, actually. I mean, marijuana leaves, like, more long-lasting effects on your lungs and stuff, because you're actually inhaling smoke, which isn't good, and that's actually how it's worse for you in alcohol. It's in the long run. But short-term, alcohol is probably more dangerous and worse for you. But I want to, like, the now after witnessing this whole PCP bath salts thing of people getting their faces eaten off and getting shot and tased with like taser guns, and actually shot with like pistols, like 9mm, and just shrugging it off and then continue like eating people. Drugs should definitely not be legal. That completely changed my opinion. So if you guys haven't heard of it, I'm really shocked. But there was a guy in Florida and Miami that was on a drug called bath salts, which is kind of like, I think it's like almost PCP. I think he was on bath salts and PCP, and it's a hallucinogenic drug, and I think it also has like that thing where like I think PCP does it, I don't know if bath salts does it too, but it's basically a painkiller and you don't really feel any pain. But anyway, this guy in Miami, he went up to a homeless guy, and for 18 minutes he ate this guy's face. And there's pictures of the dude, and I can put it in the link in the description. And they're actually really graphic, so if you guys have a light stomach, I don't recommend looking at them. But you can really see he messed him up. His pretty much entire skin on his face is gone, and he's missing his left eye. And it's actually really bad, and it's really sad that drugs can make somebody could do that. And that, in case you're wondering, the police ended up shooting that guy. But in Florida, also, there's been a couple more instances of this where some guy disemboweled himself, cut himself open, and threw his intestines and internal organs at police when he was on, I think, PCP and bath salts again. And neither PCP and bath salts is just a bad combination of those drugs. They're both really bad. I know PCP itself is a painkiller, and it isn't like terribly bad for you. But this whole bath salts thing is like absolutely insane. And there was one other guy, and I'm not sure if this is true or not, because I'll try to find a link to the article and put it in the description. But my friend is telling me about it. That some guy, it may not have been Florida, it may not have been recently, but I heard that some guy killed somebody, I'm pretty sure it was in Florida, he said, killed somebody in Florida when he was on bath salts again, and like cut off the skin of the person and wore it until the police found him, and later arrested him or killed him, I don't know. I'll try to find the link to the story. But that's just disturbing. It kind of shows that maybe drugs shouldn't be legal. Now, I understand club drugs like ecstasy or like marijuana really aren't as effective as that, but I mean, this is the thing. Like, if you were to go and say, beer isn't as strong as rum, you'd be correct. I think, I forget, is it moonshine? No, I think it's moonshine or vodka is the most strong alcohol. I don't know. I apologize for not being well versed in my alcohol. But if you were to say that beer isn't as whatchamacallit, like doesn't mess you up as much as like vodka, you'd be right. I mean, vodka messes you up much more because it's got a higher alcohol percentage. I think it's at like 0.7 or 0.8. I don't quite know the logistics and numbers of it, but there's a higher alcohol percentage, so it messes you up. And that's kind of the same thing with drugs. If you guys know, in America, I think pretty much all around the world, all alcohol is legal. And well, I mean all alcohol, majority of alcohol. There might be sometimes like pure alcohol, like rubbing alcohol that you use on like a cut or something, that I'm pretty sure you can't drink. Well, I mean, I guess you could, but it'd probably kill you. But that's the thing. Like, if you know that all alcohol, at least in the States here, is legal. So that's kind of thing. Like, if you're gonna say, hey, you know, I'll compare beer and marijuana here, and vodka and like crack, for example. So if you're like, hey, let's make beer legal, and you know, eventually it's gonna end up with all alcohol being legal, because you can't really just kind of split it down the middle, like some things be legal and some others, because in the end it pretty much just goes that, you know, it all becomes legal. And that's kind of the same thing with drugs. So you know, if all alcohol is legal, I'm guessing all drugs have to be legal. So I guess you could legalize marijuana, but eventually down the road it'll pretty much develop itself into legality for all drugs, which I really don't think America or really any country can have. I mean, there has been people that have proved that different. I think it's Amsterdam, which, oh god, I'm gonna sound like an ignorant American here. I don't know what country that's in. I'm pretty sure it's in, I know it's in one of the, whatever it's called, the penis, up in Europe. I don't really, I feel really dumb right now. I'm actually really good at geography and social studies. I don't know why I can't figure this out, but, that country, Amsterdam, god, it's gonna peddle me. I want to say Dutch, but I know Dutch isn't a country. I mean, that's a language. But, I really am coming off and fulfilling the stereotype of a dumb American now. I apologize for all you Europeans and non-Americans out there that are watching me and doing a facepalm right now at my ignorance. But, I mean, they proved that marijuana necessarily isn't, you know, the root of all evil, and that, you know, you can legalize marijuana and other drugs won't become a problem. And, I mean, is marijuana a gateway drug? Yes. And, I mean, I guess that's a problem that, to a certain extent, it will eventually, at least for a certain population, it will change people into the point where they want to try, you know, harder drugs. They need to get that kind of fixed. But I think the majority of people do it casually, like someone would do alcohol. Just, that's kind of like saying that people that drink beer, you know, even just occasionally, end up becoming an alcoholic. And I guess that's not necessarily true. I'm sure there's plenty of people that do it once in a while and are perfectly fine. There's people that do it once and they're like, hey, it's not for me, and stop. And I'm pretty sure smoking cigarettes is actually worse for you, and smoking cigarettes is perfectly legal here in the States, and I think most throughout the world now it's legal in the UK too. I'm pretty sure most countries it's legal. I mean, I'm trying to generalize because, you know, I myself am American, but I know from previous experience and commentaries and edits and that kind of stuff that if you are to leave out a country, or you leave out a continent, or you generalize America with Europe, then you will have a very bad time and you will get plenty of comments hating on you about that. So I'm just trying to keep everything, you know, as general and, you know, in line as, you know, I can. But, I guess really that's just my 2 cents on, you know, that's Jake's thoughts and opinions. And I think I might, for commentating, I might kind of do a series like this, just my thoughts and opinions on different, subjects. Almost like, if you've ever seen, Optic Psychosis, almost similar to his thing, except over gameplay commentary. And I'm sure other people have done it. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm the original. Oh, I was gonna say OG, but I said original. It's kind of funny. But, wow, that was very strange laugh and kind of like chuckle I had there. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. I'm still trying to get a grasp on how to do commentary so that I'm interesting, because I feel like I have come off precariously awkward compared to my actual self. I'm a pretty easy, quick on my feet, you know, person to listen to when I'm talking in real life, and I don't feel like that congregates over into the commentary world. And I do use some pretty cool vocab, and I feel like that makes me feel more intelligent than I actually am. So I like doing that too. And if you guys don't like that, I can stop doing that. I don't really know. I don't know, just, you know, I think I like my style the way it is, but if you don't, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this isn't necessarily the way I am all the time. I mean, I think we all kind of have, like, different personalities for different kind of things. So I'm not saying, like, I have multiple personality syndrome or anything like that, but I feel like, you know, you would act differently around your mother than you would with, you know, your best friend, you know? You act differently around your dad than you would with, you know, your girlfriend or stuff like that, and I think that, you know, that's kind of the same thing with my real world and how I talk around, like, my friends and this. So, if you guys would rather see, like, the more whole, you know, me, where it's less formal and less structured, then go ahead and leave me a comment, say that you'd like, you know, maybe to try to be a little bit, different, maybe try to be a little bit, you know, lighter. And here I'm asking for this guy to ammo, because if you guys don't know Battlefield, the support right there, the LMG guy, he's the person that gives you ammo, and you can see over the top that little arrow, like the little ammo box thing, that means he has ammo. Yet this guy is a complete cunt rag, and he will not give me his ammo, and I'm completely out of ammo. I only have my MP44-3, which is probably one of the shittiest pistols in the game. I don't know why I'm using it I'm pretty sure I actually do not have Battlefield. No, I don't. But yes, guys, that's the one thing I hate about Battlefield. Battlefield is much more team-based than Call of Duty. And if you're in a squad, I'm here in a squad with my friend JC here. But if you're in a squad or with somebody that just is bad, then it's not good. People really don't help. And then I can kind of say that, I wasn't really playing team objectively because I wasn't really throwing down med packs and stuff, even though I was assault and I had, be able to revive people and stuff. But I revived a couple people and I threw a couple health packs down. So I'm not a terrible person like that guy. So just, I obviously need ammo. But I'm pretty sure I do end up getting a kill here, and I steal the guy's kit. And I, go ahead and do that, and I'm pretty much fine with this M4A1, or I don't know, just an M4, regular M4 thermal. But I mean, that's kind of my 2 cents. As you can tell, I really don't have much more to talk about. I feel like I don't want to beat a dead horse in this drug subject. So I'm pretty much going to wrap up the commentary now a little bit early. So if you guys enjoyed this, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I do edits, I do speed arts, GFX, that kind of stuff, but I also do commentaries now. If you guys really like my commentaries, please tell me. I will do more. I probably can't do it every day, but like every other day is a valid question. I do have finals this week, so I'm going to be supremely busy, so I may not be able to get a whole lot done this week, and same goes with editing. I probably won't be able to get any OCs or edits done this week. But, definitely, I get off for summer break. My school is out on Friday, so going then, I'll have plenty of free time to do commentaries, edits, GFX, all that kind of stuff. So, guys, just remember to subscribe for, gaming, GFX, that kind of stuff. It'll be a fun time on this channel. I'm going to try to grow. If you guys really want to help me out, right now I'm at 293 subscribers. My school gets out Friday, which is the 8th. So if you guys could really be the best people ever, show me that my subscribers really love me, please, please, please help me get to 300 by my last day of school. If you do, I have a big, nice surprise, aka a giveaway waiting for you in the wings. So try to get me to 300 subscribers. Like this video, share it with your friends, that kind of stuff. Remember to subscribe. That really helps me out. I'm close to 300. So I'm going to try to end this commentary at exactly 12 minutes because I'm cool like that. My name is Jake, or VFX Edits. I have told you about my drug opinions. See ya.